Let's be real. If you spend any time on BookTok, you've seen the same 10 books. Over and over. You know exactly which ones I'm talking about. And hey, no shade. Those books are popular for a reason. But the BookTok algorithm? It's a total echo chamber. It's a feedback loop where the same few stories get all the hype, while thousands of others, stories with real soul, the kind that stick with you for a lifetime, are just left on the shelf. But what about the books that are so good? They don't need a viral trend to be unforgettable? The ones that can't be summed up in a 7-second video? Today, I'm sharing 5 literary hidden gems that BookTok has somehow missed. These are the books you actually need to read next. These are the future all-time favorites. You didn't even know you were looking for. Hashtag Section 1. The Quiet Masterpiece. Stoner by John Williams. First up is a book that is the very definition of a hidden gem. A novel so beautiful in its simplicity that its rediscovery is nothing short of a literary miracle. I'm talking about Stoner by John Williams. Published way back in 1965. Stoner sold maybe 2,000 copies and then just vanished. It was a total commercial flop, ignored for decades. It has no flashy plot. 0 dramatic twists. On the surface, it's about as simple as it gets. The story of William Stoner, a man from a poor farming family who falls in love with literature, becomes a professor, and lives a life filled with quiet disappointments and small joys. So, why is it a masterpiece? Because Williams finds something extraordinary in a completely ordinary life. The writing is elegant, reserved, and will absolutely devastate you emotionally. It's a novel about the deep, quiet currents of a single human life, the compromises we all make, the loves we lose, and the search for meaning in a world that can feel pretty meaningless. Stoner's salvation is literature. Through a tough marriage, problems at work, and a painful relationship with his daughter, he always has his books. And if you've ever found a safe haven in the written word, that feeling is going to be deeply, painfully relatable. So look, this isn't a book for the fast plot crowd. This is for readers who love character-driven stories and a good, long think. It doesn't shout for your attention. It just waits patiently. And when you find it, it will change how you see the quiet lives happening all around you. It's a melancholic but strangely comforting book that sticks with you long after you're done. Hashtag Section 2. The Gothic Mystery. The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Okay, next up is a book that should be a BookTok darling. I don't get why it isn't. It's got a gothic setting, a huge mystery, star-crossed lovers, and it's all about the magic of books themselves. This is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. The story kicks off in Barcelona right after the Spanish Civil War. A young boy, Daniel, is taken by his father to a secret library called the Cemetery of Forgotten Books, a magical place where abandoned books are kept safe. Daniel is told to adopt one book, and he chooses a novel titled The Shadow of the Wind by an unknown author, Julian Carax. Daniel is instantly captivated. But when he tries to find more books by this mysterious author, he makes a chilling discovery. Someone is hunting down every single copy of Carax's books to burn them. Daniel might have the very last one. This throws him headfirst into a decades-old mystery tangled up with murder, obsession, and a doomed love story that starts to look a lot like his own. The atmosphere in this book is everything. Zafón's Barcelona is its own character, full of foggy streets, crumbling mansions, and dark secrets. The writing is just gorgeous, a total love letter to storytelling. It's a story within a story where the lines between the reader, the author, and the characters begin to blur. This is the perfect book to curl up with on a rainy day when you just want to get completely lost in another world. Section 3. The morally courageous novella, Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. Who says a masterpiece has to be 800 pages long? If you're tired of massive tomes, this next one is for you. It's a short, quiet novella that packs an incredible emotional wallop and won the Orwell Prize for Political Fiction. This is Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. It's set in a small Irish town in 1985, right before Christmas. We follow Bill Furlong, a coal merchant, husband, and father of 5. He's a decent man, pretty happy with his life, but he knows it could have gone differently. He was born to a single mother who was taken in by a kind woman, saving them from social ruin. During his busiest time of year, he makes a delivery to the local convent and stumbles upon one of the town's darkest, most open secrets, a young woman locked in the coal shed. He's just discovered the reality of the Magdalene laundries, where fallen women were forced to work in terrible conditions. The whole town, including his wife, knows it's happening and chooses to look the other way. This book isn't really about the evil of the laundries. It's about the quiet complicity that allows that evil to happen. It's a powerful look at what moral courage costs. Keegan's writing is so precise and tender. She says more in 100 pages than most authors do in 500. Keegan forces us to ask a profound question without ever getting preachy. What does it cost to stay silent? And what does it take to be the one person who does the right thing? Section 4. The overlooked classic, Persuasion by Jane Austen. We all know Pride and Prejudice star. It's a BookTok staple. But what if I told you that Jane Austen's best, most emotionally mature novel is one that gets way less screen time? The next hidden gem is hiding in plain sight. It's Persuasion, published after she died. Persuasion is Austen's last novel, and you can feel it. Instead of being about the first spark of young love, this is a story about second chances. Our heroine, and Elliot, is 27, who, at that time, was basically considered an old maid. 8 years ago, she was engaged to a brilliant but poor naval officer, Captain Frederick Wentworth. But her snobby family convinced her to break it off. Now, he's back. He's returned from the Napoleonic Wars a rich, successful captain. And, on the other hand, is living a life of quiet regret, mostly ignored by her vain family. They're both still single, but there's so much hurt and history between them. Persuasion is a quieter, more melancholy book than her others. It's full of longing and woes, and is Austen's most grown-up heroine. She's full of deep feeling and has a quiet strength. It's a brilliant look at love, regret, and how much society can mess with our lives. And let me just say, the letter Captain Wentworth writes at the end of this book, it is, without a doubt, one of the most soul-crushingly romantic things ever written. Period. If you think you know Jane Austen but haven't read this, you are missing out on her masterpiece. Section 5. The Mind-Bending Fantasy, Vita Nostra by Sergei and Marina Dyachenko. Okay, for this last one, we are going completely off-road. If you like dark academia but find the popular stuff a little tame, if you want a book that will break your brain in the best way possible, you have to read Vita Nostra. People often pitch this as Harry Potter written by Kafka, but honestly, that doesn't even begin to cover it. Our main character, Sasha, is on vacation when a strange man, essentially blackmails her into performing a series of bizarre tasks. This whole ordeal ends with her being forced to enroll at the Institute of Special Technologies, a grim, bizarre college she wants nothing to do with. But what Sasha finds isn't some whimsical school of magic. The lessons are nonsense. The textbooks seem unreadable, and if you fail, your family pays the price in terrifying ways. The school's entire method is to use fear to break its students down and rebuild them into something else entirely. Asterisk Vita Nostra Asterisk is a dark, philosophical, and truly mind-bending novel about the very nature of reality, language, and existence. I'm not gonna lie, this book is a challenge. It's dense, it's confusing at times, but if you stick with it, the payoff is absolutely mind-blowing. It's a story about the violence of education and the terrifying process of transformation. It's a genre-bending work of genius that will have you questioning everything. You'll be thinking about this one for months. CTA and conclusion. So there they are. 5 unforgettable books the algorithm forgot. From the quiet beauty of an ordinary life to a second-chance romance to a journey that will rewind. These are the books that remind us why we fell in love with reading in the first place. Not because they're trendy, but because they have something real and lasting to say. But now, this is the most important part. I want to hear from you. What are the hidden gems that you think the world needs to read? What's that one book you absolutely love that you never see anyone talking about? Drop your recommendations in the comments. Let's build a library of underrated masterpieces together. Thanks for hanging out with me and diving into these hidden gems. If you like this and want to keep discovering books outside the BookTok bubble, hit that like button and maybe even subscribe. Happy reading!